Welcome to another video, and we will be doing part 2 of The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Be sure to like and subscribe and like for more videos. But anyways guys, let's get into it, and comment hashtag MakeTassum3 for me please. Kraven and Scorpion are still on the phone after they heard them say Harry Osborn is dead. Kraven says, got any more volunteers? The man on the phone says no, but I guess we have to do this alone. Peter's phone rings and Kraven and Scorpion hear it. Peter falls on the floor and his spider sense tingling right before Scorpion hits him with one of his stingers. It scratches him, leaving him bleeding and almost him being knocked unconscious by the poison. Some symbiote will get into his suit and later his whole suit would be covered with symbiote. Peter crawls on the walls of the abandoned Oscorp building and then through a broken window. He then sees a big screen and the news says,
"Breaking news. Seems like Spider-Man has hung up the suit. New Spider-Woman in town. And unlike the other one, she is rocking white, pink and blue."
Spider-Man had a black suit before him vanishing. Oscorp is abandoned and out of business. Who will build it back and carry the legacy of Norman Osborn?
And help add adjustment to New York with the new Spider-Woman? Peter, confused on who else he thinks can be Spider-Man. Later that night he had been swinging and someone robbed the bank. The cops was there as well as a lady with white gray hair with mechanical claws like a cat, and a black and white suit. She had robbed the bank. The cops tried arresting her, but she had seduced the officers into her getting away with it. Spider-Man followed the lady as she went on top of a roof on an apartment building. She asked, "What are you doing, Spider-Man?" He said, "I came here to talk. I don't know you much, but if you and me work together, we can do a lot." She said, "My name is Black Cat, and I never heard Spider-Man working with a bad girl like me. I love the suit, all black and cute. I'm being serious. But hey, you look familiar." Peter stopped in his sentence to later see her being webbed up by the mysterious Spider-Woman. Black Cat said, "You lied to me." Spider-Man said that he doesn't even know her and to see if me and her can see who that is. Spider-Man shooting a web at her when she wasn't looking, struggling to get loose. He took off her mask and saw Gwen Stacy. He said, "Gwen," and he took off his mask. Gwen Stacy quiet for a second and said, "Who are you?" Peter said, "It's me, Peter Parker." She said, "Who's Peter Parker?" Peter said, "Stop playing games with me. You truly don't remember?" She said, "Oh, Peter Parker, you look different I guess, but how are you alive?" He was confused and he was tearing up and said, "What do you mean?" Gwen said that in her universe, Peter Parker dies before graduating high school due to him taking the lizard serum. Spider-Woman gets the blame of Parker's death, and they've been trying to get rid of the masked vigilante for a while. "I never thought I'd see you like this. It's sad because you were so young. We both was. And I'm glad that at least in another universe, Peter Parker is alive and well. How is your universe like?" Peter says, "Just because he is alive, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. My Uncle Ben died. My Gwen died in his arms. Captain Stacy died. Harry killed you. Well, my Gwen and I became Spider-Man out of responsibility and vengeance for my uncle. And my aunt is in the hospital because she had a heart attack because she found out who I was. So no, my life isn't great. Seeing you makes me even more sad because you're not my Gwen. I can't treat you like her. We never dated and you probably never liked me. It's hard because now I realize I will never be able to see Gwen or talk to her. Even if it's some variant, I will never ever be the same after that. It's because every time someone knows you're Spider-Man, it can put them in more danger than you already are while being Spider-Man. And I don't know why in the world do people hate me so much. I bust my ass saving millions of lives. What, bro? What's even worse is getting nothing in return and having to pick up the pieces to everyone's puzzle. All I wanted to do is to save everyone. Why can't I do that while have a shoulder to cry on?" He turns into a Venomized black suit Spider-Man, but with more design. He puts Gwen on the wall and Venom kisses her. Peter on the other half of the symbiote's face says goodbye honey and munches her head off. That had been him daydreaming. She says if he's okay. "Yes, Gwen, I'm okay. I'm sorry about what happened to you. But I hope we can still be friends." That shattered Peter, but he didn't say nothing. He just kept it cool. He said, "Sure, for now on. But right now we need to." He turns around and notices that Black Cat is asleep and Gwen asks, "Can you get me out this web? It's very hard to get out of." He says, "Yay, of course." Gwen says to meet her in the lab in Oscorp. Peter says, "Okay," and tries to take Black Cat back to his house since Aunt May is at the hospital. She wakes up whilst they're in his room. She says, "What are you doing?" He said, "Keeping you safe. You was asleep for a while. You're lucky I'm doing this." Black Cat says, "Just for your offer, I'll get you something special." He said, "I don't need nothing at the moment, What I need for you is to keep quiet about everything. Make yourself feel home, and that's all I'm saying. Hiding a fugitive is something Spider-Man shouldn't be doing. Later Peters meets Gwen in the lab in Oscorp and asks her how did this all happen? She says,
Peter, when you tried resurrecting your loved ones such as Uncle Ben, my dad, but you know him as Captain Stacy and me, you brought different variants of us into the universe that knows you. It even brought people who knows your Peter Parker to another dimension, such as Michael Morbius. There's more. Adrian Toomes, also known as the Vulture, and Eddie Brock, also known as Venom. We need to fix this. Well, mostly you do. Well, Morbius is from our world, but Vulture isn't. He's from Earth 199999, but some people also call it Earth 616.
Breaking news. Seems like Vulture is not dead. As far as the others, seems like Kraven, Scorpion, and Vulture are the only ones.